nearly knocked him out 3-0 on the winner's side, because if they continue on their path and Sajaro gets his win in the next matchup, they'll meet in that lower of the elimination semifinals.
Yeah, and there's only, I think, one person who might be in chat who's maybe popping off for the idea to Acno go down, and that's one Raid Raps, because I think he's the only one who didn't actually have him in his top 10 predictions. So I get the feeling he has a little bit a certain bias on who he'd like to see go down here. Oof. But I want to see, I just want to see another game 5. These sets have been so good, and I do want to see Acno get back to form. But also the orb counterplay, like you were mentioning, has been so good. I want to see this meta continue to evolve to see how they make the adjustments around it.
Macheeete with the scythe so far has been doing super well against Acno, who has opened up with the Val here. Went for the side stick. That was a tough spacing. I think he wanted to gravity cancel the side stick in a way that where he got the spiking hitbox. Got a little too close to the wall, rode up it instead. Yeah. There's a lot of nuance to Val's side sig in terms of where you use it and how it interacts with the stage.
Yeah, speaking of Val, we're still seeing him stick to the Val here, too, as we take the stock off the top there with the neutral stick. What are we going to do about the match as it continues to go on, though? Do we see Macheeete try to answer more often to the sword with the scythe because he hasn't been able to get him to like stay on the gauntlets long enough to make the orb stay out?
It's a tough call. Right now, I'm not even certain if it's weapon dependent. Macheeete has been putting out a lot of these attacks where Acno has just been dodging them and getting 3 or 4 hits. Like right there, Macheeete puts out a down leg, puts out a recovery. Okay, that recovery came through. You get hit by Nair, sidelight recovery. Sidelight recovery, dodge just barely out of the way, but Macheeete just can't really get it. That's the first win he's gotten in a good minute now.
All right, yeah, you know what? You're right. Like, I'm trying to look for some hope here, but it's just, he just can't win Nooch. Like, Acno has been dodging every opening he's gone for, but that is going to get him, trying to get rolling right through the town.
That I'll give to Acno, kind of sleeping on that move. Like, Fate side stick, really great, I think, in 2v2s there, but he had some time. I guess he was just too focused on sliding up the side of the wall there. Macheeete got an excellent stock up the right. And Acno gets the D-Light side air. Is that going to be it? Weapon throw. All right, goes down. Doesn't have the jump to come back. That weapon throw was a little sus, but, you know.
Yeah. Interesting.
It threw me out so much.
Just say sus.
Acno is really far ahead here, 2-1. And just tacking on even more damage. It's an orange. D-Light Nair. Macheeete gets a Nair on Orb, and that's it. Acno looking for another attack here on the gauntlets, as it's just been all Acno this game one.
Look, if there's one person who can make you feel like an imposter at this point of bracket, it is definitely Acno at points. So Acno is making it go very well. Call the emergency meeting right now. You need to get things going. You need to get back down because he is currently getting sent out.
The gravity cancel neutral lighting in the wrong direction there. The pressure from Acno is just a little too much to bear here in game one. Neutral stick punishing the neutral stick from Macheeete.
Acno's feeling himself.
Yeah, that was just a move that was just kind of like, well, I can hit you with this here.
Yeah, this was I can do this just because. I could go for sidelight, or one better, I could just go for the Sig. Okay, so reach deep in your pockets. Go pull out all the tricks. What do you think?
Let's just see what game 2 looks like. I don't think that game 1 was indicative of Macheete's ability here to fight against Acno, but that was really just Acno having momentum from the start and never letting it go.
Yeah.
I have seen like we're looking at the lifetime matchup between these two, right? It's 1-0, right?
Actually, no, it's 12-4 in favor of Acno.
Okay, 12-4 for Acno. So. Yeah, I was looking at the second.
Yeah, you're looking at the second out.
12-4 for Acno, really much in his favor. And the point that I was trying to make there was that when I watch Macheeete Pavelski, I can pretty confidently say that the way that these two play against each other leads to really volatile matchups. When it comes to these two, it's been Acno dominant for quite a long time. So Macheeete getting a really strong opening here would be pretty huge because in the game before this, he got 2 stocked. And even taking an early stock from Acno might not be enough.
Exactly. I think Acno's one of the most difficult players to really push that super hyper-aggressive playstyle against. You were talking about with the Macheeete Pavelski set. You can't do that because Acno's constantly, he's a whiff punish machine. He wants you to overcommit and punish you for it. That's exactly what happened in that first game. I think that's what we're seeing Macheeete doing much better here, kind of just hanging back a bit, going for swings, but they're nothing that's too overcommittal. So if he does get hit, it's only going to be maybe a 2-piece.
Ooh, D-Light punishing the sidelight in the wrong direction there, falling down there, tries to go for the sidelight. Okay, he actually connected with it. Recovery hits the most delayed silent recovery you've ever seen. I don't even know if we can call it a string, but he does it.
A silent recovery with extra steps.
The idea was there. D-Light recovery from Macheeete. Oh, wow, not enough. Val, a little bit beefier than players may think. At least I oftentimes forget that it is a 6 defense legend, right? Finally goes down, and Macheeete evens up 2-2.
Yeah, and only in the yellow, but you gotta get I mean, the orb has been doing okay, but we haven't really seen the big scythe plays yet. But that's mostly just because Acno is constantly trying to force them to happen.
Where is Macheete's patented double neutralite? Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh
That's
yeah.
That's more of a Pavelski
very
thing.
Different valve. It's not pressing dodge down.
Yeah, side sig hits. Macheete's out of there. Such a great job navigating this matchup. And he picks up the gauntlets, and it's just going to continue forward like this, Ajax, I think. Macheeete hasn't. You were asking me what the answer here is here, and I was like, okay, let's wait and see what happens at game number 2. But this is looking very similar. And Macheeete, a lot of success on the orb, but when he's on the site, it just feels like it's free damage for Acno.
And even with that success on the orb, it's actually starting to get minimized. Like, if Acno's playing around it well, he's getting. I mean, he is starting to actually open up quite a few hits here, so it's working a bit better. Never mind, actually, I'm a whole liar. He's been winning a lot with the orb. Okay, all of a sudden it's looking good.
This playstyle, what we're seeing from Macheeete here, where he's succeeding, is how he succeeded against Pavelski for the majority of his time in that game, that best of 5. Acno's just really not let Macheeete get that comfortability against him. So we've got D-Light recovery coming here, and Acno's already taken center away from him. That side air, punishing the recovery from Macheeete. Dodges the weapon throw, cancels the dodge into a neutral sig, and nearly ends the game there.
Now you're at that point, too, where this is... He knows the stock is going soon, so he can keep doing that exactly as we're getting to that point. And even if he whiffs, it's like, okay, you're so deep in the red that I'm going to find a consistent KO anyways.
These are hard call-outs with his neutral sigs against Macheeete. He's really just being like, I know where you're going to be moving here. He dashes, I think, fast falls, then pivot neutral sigs. It's Macheeete.
Right under the platform,
he aims for Macheeete escaping off the platform to the left. Really great play from him. Macheeete, this is a familiar pick for me. Mordex coming out, and he's the only one who uses that skin. I don't even know what it's called, but I just know that when I see it, it's Macheeete.
Yeah, honestly, I don't recall seeing this one in bracket in like ever. Yeah. So. Here with Macheeete going on to Demon with Mordex. Great combo for the two of them, but that also does give Acno some playability here with the Val as well. So it's a risky situation, but you're basically saying, I need to go for big plays, and Acno is answering right back with his own.
Yeah, gauntlets versus gauntlets here. So far as Macheete's over on to a legend pick from the past, the Mordex for him. Now with Scythe. Scythe wasn't going so hot on the Fate, but let's see if it changes up here. Now he's got a different signature kit. Down air from Acno, attack on even more damage. Weapon throw side sig, but he stays up in the air. Silent recovery, dodges just narrowly out of the way of what would have been a certain knockout.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that sig, but I was expecting, like, when Macheeete, with the fact that he kept trying to get opening. Oh, wait, this is a big opportunity. It's a big opportunity. If he can close it out here, that's a stock that Acno is basically just, oh, did you touch that wall? You're insane. There's a reason why this man has put so many tournaments. I can't believe he touched that.
And I and you, we were all like, you're out of there. That down air was
that was the stop.
That dive kick hits like the corner of Demon Island. There's barely any wall there to begin with.
Yeah, we call that plot armor. That's all I can call that.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, pretty much he's got to continue getting his 2 stocks, I guess. He really didn't want to give that one up.
Oh my goodness, this could be such a different
he's
game.
Still going
but like now Macheeete he's not so much struggling. He does find a side air to finally get him out of there.
Yeah.
But luckily for him, it wasn't too much damage. But you have to finish your food when those opportunities happen. It's not like you expected that to happen, but you can't let that happen again. Otherwise, Acno's going to cruise away.
Acno going to the new weapon, waiting until Macheeete puts out the sidelight to pick up the weapon and then get the neutral light on the gauntlets. More damage coming out of Macheeete as the gravity cancel sidelight goes for the nair, dodge force down, weapon toss, doesn't get a pickup. I think he meant to do a pickup side air, and he missed that input, gets the unarmed side air instead, but now he's over onto the sword, but still looking great.
He's got a decent lead right here. Macheeete is going to, I mean, I won't be surprised to see more of those coming out. He's got to go for a big play soon. And to try and get some confidence, I think, in his corner. He's looking at what could be a 3-0. Acno is playing around any of your standard combo starters.
Yeah.
So you have to catch Acno slipping with the big signature play. I wouldn't be surprised if the side sig comes out as a big option here.
Oh yeah, down to the edge here could be crazy too, but Acno's not really been in a position for that. Neutral light hits, weapon throw forces the dodge, no dodge. Weapon throws on his way back, and Acno slides right underneath, uppercuts into the sky, takes him down to his last stock.
Acno looking like he might get one of the first 3-0s we've seen in a while up here on the stream.
Yeah.
So,
lower bracket has not been 3-0s, that is for sure.
Everybody's been fighting for their life. Last chance to get better seeding, better positions for mid-season champs. It's also the last seasonal championship leading up to it, so you want to get that PR working in your way, but Acno keeping things going for him. Macheeete currently struggling to try and get back to stage.
Yeah, down light, side light, goes to the recovery. Acno goes for the double, the weapon throw interrupting what would have been the end of Macheete's last stock, and D-Light Cider means that Ajax, I think this is the 3-0. D-Light Cider stuff recovery, he's out of there. Acno takes down Macheete in a convincing fashion as he over doubles the damage in game. Actually, it's pretty close to exactly double. I'm not very good at math when it involves sevens, Ajax, but it's a lot.
One of the more
600 and something over 300 and something. Acno, fantastic in that game, in that matchup against Macheete.
Yeah, dominant play through and through. That is the Acno we're used to seeing. Like Acno played so well, especially after that early stock that could have been Macheete having a lead that he got around with that late wall touch. But even beyond that point, he still didn't let. He still didn't really let him get anything started. It wasn't enough of that would have given Macheete some confidence to feel like, okay, I'm winning neutral enough. I get enough punishes to really make things happen. Yeah, we're looking at the same thing there, but it's okay. Macheete with an incredible run all the way up to this point. It was looking very impressive, but he is.